Testing. All right, so we're just starting this live stream here. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to hop in. Kind of just going to talk about the thumbnail and the obvious fear we have in the market right now. And we're going to go over some interesting points here today. And just want to give my opinion on everything and what we got going on. All right. All right, so hopefully we get some people in. I wanted to get this live stream in before the playoffs and all start. We got NFL playoffs today. Hey, Sandra, what's going on? Thank you for coming back, man. It's been a while here. And like I said, we just started this, so we're going to give everyone a few minutes. What's going on, Bezos? What's going on, Dan? Yeah, guys, we're going to talk about that fear today, as you got there in the thumbnail. Fear. There's a lot of fear in the market. What's going on there, Ozzy? So yeah, we're gonna come on here for do about an hour live stream, because I do believe Uncle Smokey is going to be going live at 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna make sure I am done my live stream, so that way he can start his live stream. But I just wanted to come on here because I took yesterday off. I usually take the Saturday off or Friday. I did take Saturday off. And I've been kind of just scouring the internet and coming up with a lot of things. And I wanted to come on here and just a live stream and kind of talk about it. Dallas says, think about picking up a few of the $2 and $3 options calls for January 23. They are so cheap. That is true, Dallas. That is very true. Good afternoon to you as well, David. Jenny, welcome to the stream. Samster, ILIS is a good pickup. ILIS actually has been holding up very well in this, let's say, crash of a market. ILIS has held up very well, very surprisingly. All right, so let this run here. Let it run for a couple minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get started in with some stuff. You guys can jot down questions as we go through things. So one of the first things I want to talk about here, if you guys don't know, I want to kind of go over Meet Kevin. We love Meet Kevin. The man, I got into Meet Kevin because of his stimulus videos. I wanted to keep in touch with the whole stimulus situation back with the whole, Rona crash back in March 2020. And that's kind of how I've got into the stock market. I got my stimulus check. I wanted to take my stimulus check, invest in the stock market, and that's how I kind of became interested in the stock market, was through Meet Kevin and stimulus videos. And he also talked about stocks and stuff. So I kind of wanted to base this live stream a good bit around what he is currently doing. And if you don't know what he's doing, you're going to know by the end of this live stream, because first I want to say, guys, Meet Kevin has 1.78 million subscribers. And a little bit of controversy here. He just did a video he put out last night, and I'm not going to go over and watch this video, but
go to typeform.com and create a form that flows like a
This is a video you're going to want.
All right, so here it is. He did this video yesterday, guys. Why I sold stocks and crypto, a $20 million market bet. Yes, so Meet Kevin sold, I want to say, like 95% of his portfolio. Roughly about $20 million in stocks and crypto. He sold all of his Bitcoin. He sold his Tesla shares. He sold about everything. I think the only thing he kept was, I'm going to say like CVS or Walgreens or something like that. I can't remember everything that he kept. Hold on, we got spammer in here. Remove. I don't know what this person on here is trying to put some spam on there, but anyway, putting on some website. Yes, I did see the Titanic video. Is pretty funny. So anyway, what I'm taking out of this, we're going to go over some of his tweets as well, because I want to make sure my viewers are aware of what this man is doing. And now, like he says in this video, I'm going to kind of sum it up. I think it's 35 minutes long. Basically, we're going to sum up real quick what he did. He sold out of everything because, yeah, he didn't even hold his AMC. He sold AMC. He sold all that. So he didn't do that. So to sum up his video, he sold out of everything. and he's looking to retime the market. So he said, this is a risk. This is a gamble because stocks can go up as quickly as they went down. So he's not looking to re-enter the market till about March or April, actually, because we're going to go over a couple of his tweets. So that is pretty much a quick summary of his entire 35-minute. Now, it's a great video. I highly suggest you go watch it because, like I said, guys, everyone's financial situation is different. And I want you guys to be up to date with what's going on in the market. And for a big YouTuber of his status of almost 2 million subscribers, you need to go watch this video. So go to Meet Kevin, watch this video. He has a great video breaking down why he did it. Now, it's his decision to do that. He's predicting the market. He thinks we're probably getting close to a bottom, but he thinks that we're going to go down even more. And we're going to go over a couple of these tweets and where he goes down. And I retweeted him here on my Twitter as well. So here's this tweet I wanted to break down for you guys. And it's kind of interesting because I know Kevin's pretty up to date with, let's say, the government and what they are doing. So here it says, earnings season guide. Forget Q4. The Q1 forecast will matter the most. So what he's saying is, let's go over Netflix, for example. They provided great Q4 earnings, but what dropped the stock down 20-25% was the Q1, let's say 2022 guidance. The guidance / forecast is what killed Netflix stock 20-25% when it dropped from 500 down to like in the 300 range. So what he's saying here is the guidance is going to be key because I think Netflix was supposed to have 6.5 million new subscribers, but they only forecasted to have a little over 2 million. So they're only projected to have 1/3 of the amount of subscribers on Netflix. So that is kind of scary. There's this talk about a possible recession coming in here to late, I'm going to say spring. There is a tweet out there from Elon Musk saying that in the spring, we may have a recession. So we are going to be looking to see about that. All right, so here's what he's breaking down. If the earnings do well, the Fed will be encouraged to hike rates equals bad news. So let's just say Netflix was the only one that gives bad forecasting guidance for 2022. What he's saying here is that, let's say Apple has a great Q4, which they probably will. But let's say Apple gives like excellent guidance that we're going to have all new record highs of iPhones and our services is going to be still doing great. We're going to have that year-over-year growth. What that's going to send to the Fed, Jerome Powell, that it's okay to raise hikes, raise the interest rate hikes. And if they raise the rates, that means the stock market will go down because if they raise rates, the market will go down. Now, you could see stocks like banks. I've heard a lot about farming stocks, actually, and I've been trying to do a little research on which stocks that could hold up during this situation. What stocks are going to be doing well in this situation? And farming stocks, actually, are a very interesting one, and we'll cover that later here in the live stream. Hey, what's going on there, Muddock? Like I said, the reason I want to do this live stream is to make my viewers aware of what's going on in the market. I want you guys to be aware so that way you can make your own decisions on what you want to do. So here we go. So the other side of this, what if earnings do poorly? Let's say you get bad news, the stock still sells. So if Apple comes out with bad news, it's going to drop. Now, if the earnings are bad, they may not raise the interest rates, which could be good. But if they, let's say, have bad news, it's going to sell off anyway on earnings. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It don't matter which side you get stabbed with. It's kind of looking bad to bad by his analysis here. So here he's saying, pick your investments wisely. January 25th and March 16th are your catalyst dates. They are the Fed's meetings. So these are the Fed meetings, guys. Welcome, True Bully, to the stream. All right, so we got Dame saying, Terry, oil stocks are God mode too. That is true. So that's another thing I want to talk about, farm stocks. And of course, I was going to bring up oil stocks as well. Oil stocks would do good in this kind of environment. Honestly, which is why any extra money I get, I just been buying the preferred share dividend. Right now, I'm keeping what I got. I don't want to really buy into much. I did buy a little bit of other stocks, but very small portions. I think one of the safest things I can put money into is that Series A preferred share, the MMTLP, because it's oil-based, man. And oil right now is something very safe. Samster says, I think the market is going into a correction. No more stimulus to pump in the market. That is true. I think we are starting to see all that stimulus we got last year basically come in, and we hit a high inflation, and now the market is reacting to it. In my opinion, I think this all started around October. That's when we seen, stocks started to slowly fall. And yeah, now what I want to say about this here is he's trying to time out the next, let's say, 1 to 3 months, maybe 1 to 4 months. So he's trying to time out a 1 to 3 month market. So what he's thinking is, if I sell out now and I could buy back in even lower, come here shortly. So that's what he's thinking to do. Now, like he said in his video, he could be right, he could be wrong, he could be making the worst mistake, he could be making the worst mistake ever, but that's his bet. That's his $20 million bet that he decided to, time. He's basically timing the market. That's basically the way to sum that up. All right, and there's another tweet here he has right here. So here's what he's saying too. This is more breaking down his analysis. The January 25th Fed FOMC meeting will be a nothing burger. So what he's saying is the first Fed meeting here coming up, well, let's see, today's 20th. So on Tuesday, the 25th, he's saying that 25th, the Fed meeting is going to be a nothing burger. That is not even going to matter what they come out with and say. So he's saying all eyes will be on March the 10th for inflation. Reads at March 16th. So these are kind of important dates, guys. The January 25th is going to be an important date, but it may not be the most important date. It's going to be this March 10th and March 16th of the FOMC meetings results. Look at this. Here's what he's doing. So this is interesting. I am refinancing properties now to go in on the dip gloriously in March likely. So here's what he did. He sold out of his stocks because he thinks by March, he's predicted March will be the bottom. Now, the question is, how much farther is our beloved stocks going to go? That is the question. I've been, as I say here, buy the dip. I've been buying the dip since like 450, 470. I think I posted on my Twitter back when I was buying at 476. We're now down to $1.73. So the dip keeps dipping. It's definitely, Kevin lost 10 million. So kind of what I believe Kevin is doing, and I believe Trey's Trades is doing, because they did a live stream together, Kevin and Trey's Trades, is they're going to be trading in the market. That's what they believe a lot of the hedge funds are doing. They're buying in and they're selling out end of the day. They're taking that 1 to 3% gain, maybe 1 to 5% gain, and they're selling out. They're day trading. That is exactly what the hedge funds are doing. That's why you see stocks pump in the morning and they sell off come afternoon, guys. They're buying in first thing in the morning, and the stock will do a fake rally. And we see this a lot on the Meta chart. First thing in the morning, Meta will go up 5-10%. But then it comes down even lower at the end of the day. So, yeah. It's just crazy. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Like I said, he even admits this is very risky. He could be doing the wrong thing. But I wanted to make my viewers, like I said, aware of what's going on and what someone is doing. This is just crazy. So what I'm trying to do right now, what I'm looking to do, is accumulate my cash. Keep what I got, but accumulate cash. And I don't want to keep buying in weekly because it has been a falling knife. So I'm hodling out what we got, and we're gonna see what happens here come March. So right now, I would think what I'm looking to do. You all can make your decision. it's a great thing to, if you want to hold what you got, hold what you got, but build up cash. Don't put it into the market right now. It's kind of a crazy thing. You may get a couple days of a fake out and rally people back in, but I would say wait till March. It's looking like March is going to be this whole Fed meeting. Now, like I said, Kevin could be right. He could be wrong. So, yeah. All right. So, I think I covered pretty much on that. And if we go here to Kevin's Twitter, he's posted a lot of, I don't know, I guess you want to say a little bit of bearish stuff. So here he goes where he says, David gets it, this person here on Twitter. America's problems are largely self-inflicted and inflation is spiral caused by excessive stimulus, a crime wave caused by emptying the jails, and exhaustion by COVID restrictions. I can agree there. All right, so this one here is pretty interesting. He tweeted that people are hodling just to break even. Wow. I don't know, man. So that's pretty rough that he's saying that, because I think he has a post down here where he tweets just sell. Yeah, he tweeted right here, sell. And here he has the video of the Titanic video of 3 minutes and some. So you can go watch that on his Twitter as well. It's pretty funny, actually. But he tweeted sell, and like I said, he's predicting that he's selling out now, and he's going to rebuy the dip back in March. So there we go. People hodling to break even. That's pretty cold in my opinion right there. Because I believe people posted screenshots where just 2 days ago he was saying that he's not effing leaving, he's diamond handed, and then 2 days later he sells. But I understand the man has a huge portfolio. He has a lot at risk. The man has $20 million. I can understand where he's coming from. That is a lot of money. All right. So the other thing I wanted to cover here was the oil prices, guys. So let's go over this. WTI crude oil is at 85.14. The Brent crude is at 87.89. So oil is looking pretty good. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that I'm going to do anything like him or anything like that. I just wanted to bring it to your attention, actually. Also, if you are following me... Sorry, guys. I'm going back here to my home page real quick. Wanted to bring this to you all. All right. So, yeah, if you go here to my... Let me just click on here real quick.
My name's...
Pause it here. All right. So, down here, it's going to be my second link, the Patreon link. Now, I haven't been too active in the Patreon, but I'm going to become more active here. So, if you guys are looking to join the Patreon... You can join for $1 to $5 a month. Click that link, sign up. And I got actually a private video in there. Someone sent me the private video Kevin did in his course member live stream. So you can watch that video. I got that video exclusively in there for... All right, so yeah, I got that video in there exclusively for the Patreon members where you can watch that. It's a pretty interesting video to watch. Jag Meat says, Kevin went short and has to do what he has to do to meet his end. Yeah. Wow, Kevin was 70% margin. Wow. I wasn't too sure exactly everything that he had going on. But geez, that's insane, guys. 70% margin. I myself am in no margin. Just to put that out there, I'm in no margin. I don't want to be in any margin. I'm just strictly cash. Hey, what's going on, Jay Bridge? Also, I wanted to pull this up and show you guys. I've seen this going around a couple videos. We're going to do the Google Trends. And this is another point where I've seen a couple YouTubers, including Kevin, including... I'm going to say Meet Kevin and Jeremy, Financial Education, pulled this up. And I wanted to show kind of some scary stuff, stuff that they showed. So if you do iPhone in the search term, and you go, I want to say the past 5 years. Yeah. So this is some of the other things that these bigger YouTubers and bigger finance influencers are looking at, guys. They're looking at Google Trends, and I wanted to show this to you guys as well. So, as you can see, the iPhone hit a pretty good peak up here around September, but as you can look down here, iPhones is down pretty at the lowest it's been in a long while, actually, here, guys. Look at this chart. So you can see the iPhone is pretty low. It's at its lowest. So that's kind of scary that you see people are not even really searching for iPhones right now, that they're down pretty low. Because, I mean, you can see the average here is like around the 30s. Is pretty average, 30s and 40s, and this is down to a 29. Now, I think as time goes on, this is actually going to get lower, in my personal opinion, on iPhone. So even if you go, I think it was used cars. Yeah, look at used car search, guys. Used cars are at an all-time low. Maybe the lowest might have been back here, but that was back in 2020. But yeah, I mean, look up here. It was in the 80s, going down to the 70s, and now we're down here. It actually got down to the 37, but it's back up to a 45. But it was hanging in the 80s and 90s, guys. So the iPhone trend's not good. The used cars ain't good. I want to say home loans are down as well. So this is kind of stuff. Yeah, look at the home loans. They were up here in the 60s, 70s, 50s, and now we're down to a 41. It was actually down to a 34. They peaked up, but they're coming back down. So as you can see, home loans are down at the 5-year low. So this is kind of stuff that is very scary for people. You're looking at things like iPhones, auto loans, home loans. I believe we even just did stock market. And I believe they're at pretty much all-time lows as well. Yeah, look at the stock market. There's just no one even really searching for the stock market, guys, right now. I mean, there's really not. I mean, the stock market here is at a 13. I mean, it was even down to a 9. So as you see here, I mean, it's usually in the 20s. It can peak up around the rally times and all. But yeah, it's stock market search terms are down at all-time lows as well. One thing I do want to point out and be a little transparent with you, because I've seen, I watched the, what I want to say here. All right, so I watched the Millennial Money, which is usually they do Jeremy Financial Education. They do Meet Kevin, Graham Stephan, and Andrew G. So those 4 YouTubers are pretty high in the financing YouTube. And one thing we noticed actually here, and I can say I can vouch for it because I noticed, the YouTube revenue is down. Yes. So that is another thing that's a little scary with fear, is the revenue we make as YouTubers is down. So you may be thinking, well, who cares? YouTubers aren't making what they used to. Who cares? There's a problem with that. The problem with that is, because that means Google, the stock, is not going to have as great of earnings. What that means is there's not as many financial companies paying for advertisements to advertise on YouTube. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of YouTubers that are, say, full-time YouTubers, people that depend on their money, it's a little scary because revenues are down 25 to 35%. On the revenues. And I can tell you, when I look at my December views and look at the CPM and how much you get like per 1,000 views, it's down 25 to 35% from December to now in January. That's a little troubling. And what that means is revenues for Google is going to be down because YouTube's down. I don't think they're getting as much money from corporations to advertise on financing. Yeah, exactly, Dallas. Bigger YouTubers better start coming out with more content. Now, I'm going to be transparent what I do pretty much with my YouTube money. I usually take about half of what I make from YouTube and I reinvest it back into the stock market. So that's what I do. I enjoy YouTube. I've always wanted to be a full-time YouTuber. Always just wanted to be in some way, shape, or form a part of YouTube. And I take the revenue. So let's say I make $500. I will take 250 of that and deposit it to one of my brokerages, and I will put that money to work. That's what I do. The other half I keep back for taxes and just to help on other bills, to go on. So I kind of do a 50-50. That way I'm not reinvesting, everything back in, because if I'd be doing that right now, we'd be in bad shape. Because if I was doing this through, look what the markets went from October to now. So that's why I do half and half. I split it up. Let's see. Bass says, I think they overpay YouTubers. Revenue should be through sponsors, not through Google. We all avoid commercials with extensions in Chrome. Yeah. Oh, someone else here posting. Let me get this here. I don't know what this person here is trying. Someone in here in the chat's trying to put some weird link, so I'm booting them out. But anyway, yeah, it is crazy. But the way that works is, of course, we like to get sponsored content, but then you know what that means, guys? If you don't get revenues from the ads, the commercials, you're going to see all your favorite YouTubers coming out here with sponsored videos. Because then, we're putting in these hours and hours of work to make content for you guys. And if we don't get ad revenue, where are we going to get the revenue from them? Why are we putting in hours and hours of research, doing video edits, making thumbnails, putting in the research, messaging back to people? Trust me, it is a very, it's a very undervalued job, in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion for how much, because there's a lot that goes in behind the scenes. You'd be surprised how many people message me on Twitter. People message me on Discord. People message me on line chat. It was so hard to keep up with the comments. I had to take a little break on the YouTube comments. But yeah, it's a big deal, guys. So I can understand where you don't be surprised. I'm just going to let you know, don't be surprised you start seeing some sponsored content coming out on some YouTube, YouTubers channels. And because you got to get revenue. That's the way it is, man. Like I said, it's just crazy. So that's what I'm saying. I just want to say thank you to people that still want to watch my channel, and trust me, when I say this in the beginning of my videos, smash the like button and leave a comment down below. It helps out the algorithms. I truly mean it, man. You'd be surprised. Not everyone can send a super chat. Not everyone can want to join a Patreon group. Not everyone has the extra finances right now to support their favorite YouTuber. But all you have to do is just smash thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section of the video. And what that does, it tells YouTube to share that video onto others. And trust me, it's really bad. Like I just disclosed to you guys, with metamaterials, I'm currently down around 45 to 48%. So yeah, it's pretty rough. I had a 388 average and we're trading at $1.73. So that's how much I'm down. Yeah. All right. So got that part out of the way. Like I said, I'm also thinking about putting the join button on YouTube, because a lot of people said that they don't want to do the Patreon, but they would do the join. So I may try to create a join. And so because a lot of people want to contact me and just ask general questions. You'd be surprised how many people still ask questions just about if I buy the most question I still get to this day. If I buy MMTLP, do I get the dividends? Still to this day, guys, there's people asking that question to me on Twitter. And I have to say yes, 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 yes. All right, and real quick, I do want to put out there that I did send a email. Oh, there you go. Tom says, if you don't want to see the ads, you just pay $9.99 a month to the YouTube Premium, and you never have to see ads again. He hasn't seen a YouTube ad in 23. Maybe he don't mean 23 years. I don't know if it's been out that long. But maybe like 2 to 3 years, maybe that's been out. Yeah, he hasn't seen a YouTube ad revenue in 3 years. So there you go. And trust me, YouTube ad revenue from the Premium does help out YouTubers, because they do. For people like Tom here, it does show us a breakdown of, regular views with the ads, and then it shows us premium views. So trust me, it does help out your YouTubers if you're a premium member to watch their video. Dame says on a 4-month YouTube premium trial. All right. And the other thing I wanted to put out, I sent an email to Metamaterials, and I emailed Mark Kamenowski. about the event coming in Washington, D.C. for nanotech. Oh, someone's asking here, how many total shares of MMTLP are there? I believe there is 165 million shares. Yeah, 165 million shares. All right. So I want to say I put an email out to Mark Kamenowski telling them that on February 21st, Monday, that holiday, that I am able to go down to the nanotech event in Washington, D.C. And I asked if I could schedule an interview with anyone that's going to be representing nanotech there. I don't know if George is going to be there, but I would love to schedule an interview with somebody from Metamaterials that's going to be there on February 21st. So, and also I would like to have them do a display of showing the nanotech features, and I could record that. And I gave them my YouTube channel, said I could post everything I get from this event. I can post it. Dame, that'd be awesome, man. You're an hour away from DC. I'm like 90 minutes. So yeah, man, if you can make it there as well, Dame, that would be great, man. We can meet up there. That'd be pretty cool. So Mark says he forwarded the information over to, I guess, George or whoever from Nanotech that's going to be there. So I might be getting some kind of email back. Hopefully they want to do something. I don't know who's going to be there from Nanotech or Meta, but I'm hoping to get a reply back. And I will keep you all up to date with what they tell me back. Because I would love to get some kind of interview with someone there. Like I said, I had over 18 years experience in the banking industry. So the banknote conference thing is very intriguing to me. This one hits home. The security of features in banknotes is really, I don't know, I love it. I guess I've been in banking, so it kind of intrigues me of all that. But yeah. All right, so I think we covered a lot in today's live stream, actually. And I hope I gave you all great value with going over maybe some of the psychology that people are thinking right now in this crazy market. So the only thing I can say I really like buying a lot right now is MMTLP. I just like buying it. I like the way I see oil prices going. Okay, so what I want to do here, first I want to go and let's take a look at the short interest. So it's saying here on the Fintel, it's about 36.9 million shares, about 6.8 days to cover. Short interest percent of flows of 14.79. We go to short squeeze score 77.59. Short shares available 250,000. Short borrow fees 1.24. And we got the Fender short volume ratio at a 56.94. And we go over here to the aggregate short volume ratio, 62.21. They are still shorting the hell out of us. 60% every single day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last 7 days, it's been over 60% short volume ratio. And we still haven't got an update down here on the failure to delivers. All right, let's go to the institutional owners. Shares outstanding still to 281 million. All right. And I think that is about it, guys. Like I said, I wanted to come on here and drop a lot of information on you guys today and just keep you up to date what's going on in the market, because I wanted to get you guys prepared if there's more sell-offs. Like I said, that's what Meet Kevin's predicting, that we may have these fake rallies, but then it sells down even harder after that. So my plan is going to be to hold currently what I have, but any extra money I do get, I'm going to day trade it. That's what I'm looking to do. If I can throw in a couple $100, make 2, 3, 5%, I'm going to sell right back out of it. So like I said, I'm currently holding my long positions, but I'm going to start day trading some stocks. I'm going to start day trading ones that if I end up getting stuck with it, I really don't care. I'm going to go off of kind of that stuff. So that's kind of my plan. Like I said, I don't want to put too much more additional funds into this current market until we see a nice reversal. And from what I'm getting from looking at people's posts and just other YouTubers, even Elon Musk is saying, as we summon here, Elon Musk is predicting a recession come spring. So if we do have a recession, I will have money build it up over the next 3 to 4 months that it goes down and we can just buy the dip then. I don't want to keep buying dip right now in this current market. We got Riley asking, if MMAT goes to 0, will we still get the dividend? Yes, because MMAT has nothing to do with MMTLP. MMTLP, guys, is strictly the Torchlight oil and gas assets. That is it. Currently, MetaMaterials is flipping the bill to pay for anything that needs to be done with that land, because that's what that merger was for, that big reverse split. MetaMaterials raised a bunch of cash, and they're using that cash that they raised during that when they did the buyout and reverse merger. They using that cash to pay for the drillings and everything they need to do. Trust me, MetaMaterials wants to get this off their books, because as we heard in the interview with Sterling, they are using their cash to pay for the drillings and keeping up with the CDC, the continuous drilling clause. So yeah, trust me, Meta wants to get this off the books as well. Like I said, one thing I did want to bring to you guys is some stocks. Some stocks I wanted you to take a look at. Land stock. All right, here we go. So I'm going to bring up these two. And it was land, and I want to say it was Glee stock. Yes, okay. So I wanted to bring you down a quick little rundown of these two farm stocks, guys. Farm stocks. I wanted to bring these down to you. Two farm stocks. So here you can see Gladstone Land Corp. Now, here's what I wanted to show you. We know what the charts look like for a lot of the retail investor stocks that we love and things. But look at this chart for the Gladstone Land. It's the complete opposite. To where if you look at charts like MetaMaterials, you look at all retail investor stocks, they're the complete flip of this, where we're all going down. But the Gladstone Land Corp has been thriving right now in this kind of market. It's been thriving. And if we go here to their website, Gladstone Farmlands, this farming stock here is acquiring farms. The Gladstone Land is actively acquiring farms across the United States. So they're looking for farmers who are selling their land, for farmers to identify who the land want to farm but not own, and for sellers who do not farm the land. So that's what they're looking for. They offer long-term sale leaseback transaction, which allows them to free up capital to improve their farming operations. We can purchase the farms and rent them to farmers with the flexible lease terms. And we can offer cash purchase of the land while either keeping existing tenant farmers in place, finding new farmers if needed. So this is what I'm saying is very interesting. In this market, we've been feeling pain, but this farm stock has been thriving from $22 up to $30. It actually rose up to $34, but back down now to $30, and it may just be on a cool-off period before it takes off again. Now, like I said, touching notes here on MetaMaterials and other stocks, guys. You're long on the stocks, you have nothing to worry with. Where MetaMaterials is going to be at 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, it's going to be amazing. What we're talking about now here is short-term pain for the next maybe 1 to 3 months up until this March. So a stock like this could be safe to get into. But another one that is a very interesting one to possibly put on your radar is this one here, Glee, ticker symbol GLEE. I wanted to bring you a play that has a lot of potential with little risk. So this is a SPAC, guys. SPACs have that $10 NAV. And as you can see, this one's trading at $9.97. This is part of the same company, the Gladstone. The same one as this. It's the same company, but they're going into the farming here as well. So this is one you could put some money into, and if the market keeps going bad, this could be one you can make some money in. You could maybe buy this and want to hold in through March. So just want to put that out there. Just wanted to put on your radar. This GLE has very low risk. If you have Fidelity, you can buy the warrants. I believe they're like 80 some cents right now or something like that, or $1. The warrants on this, let me see if I can pull up the GLE warrants. GLE W warrants. I don't know if it'll give me the... Oh, yeah, look at this, guys. So, wow. So here you go. For that stock right there, the GLE, the Gladstone Acquisition Equity Warrant. These warrants are good through April the 1st of 2026, and they're trading at 46 cents. 46 cents. Which means if the market keeps going bad, this is your hedge against the market right here, farmland. And as we know, warrants go up in price a lot quicker than what stocks do. So if a stock moves 5%, a warrant probably goes 10 to 20%. So there's a lot of money to be made here on this warrant. I'm going to be taking a look at this. I may go in and start just doing some small buys on this and just slowly accumulate and see how the market goes. Because I think it's down to pretty much at the NAV price. And you see only 2,000 volumes in this. So there's not much volume going into this. Like I said, it's a SPAC. And your warrants are good, you know, up through then. We just have to make sure we look at when the merger is going to take place, when they're going to merge with the Gladstone farmland. But yeah, one here I've been looking at, guys. Just wanted to put this on your radar. I think these are two stocks. This one here could be a little bit more riskier because it's already trading up pretty good. If the market recovers, this could actually come down. If the market goes bad, it could shoot back up. And the same with this one here. So these are a couple ones that I'm looking to get. All right, let's see here. There we go. Okay. So here we go. We got Morning Wood. Perfect time to average down. Yes, it is. Honestly, I agree. Yes, it is a great time. I mean, look at this here. So I just showed you the land. And look at our 6-month chart. It's pretty much like the reverse of what we just saw there with land. That's kind of ironic to see that, actually. Say my name, Morning Wood. Yes. Love it. All right, guys. We've been going 40-some minutes. I believe Smokey and Syntax is going to be coming on around 3 o'clock. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here and just talk about the fear in the markets. That's why I just titled this thing Fear. The fear is out there. So I just want to tell you a little story about what Kevin's doing, kind of what my plans was. Oil prices are still looking good. MMTLP is also a great purchase. You can't go wrong. Like I said, if you're buying here, you got to be aware that it could go down lower, guys. It could keep going. We have been experiencing a downtrend since September, actually. And yeah, October started. We had a little fake rally here in November, and it's just been bleeding ever since November. It's been bleeding ever since. I don't know if I can find right about here's where I'm at. Yeah. Currently down. Actually, I'm sorry. I lied to you guys. I'm currently down 55% on my position. So yeah, great time to average down. But if you want to wait it out, I definitely suggest to let some money build up right now. Maybe only put 10, 20% of the cash you're looking to put in buying stocks right now, and keep that 70, 80% to the sidelines and wait till about March. Let's take this week by week. Let's see what happens. So, all right, guys, that is going to be it for this live stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I'll be out tomorrow with a video. We'll see what the market does, and we will go from there. So, appreciate and love every single one of you guys. Peace.